This week we'll be going over all of these Spec Ops achievements in Modern Warfare 2. Now there are only going to be 6 achievements for the Spec Ops co-op kind of game mode for Modern Warfare 2, so this should be a fairly short video. But now, let's get to hunting. First up on these, the easiest achievement on our Spec Ops list will be only the beginning for getting at least 1 star on a co-op mission. Basically, as long as you complete one of the missions, you'll end up getting at least 1 star, but I wouldn't worry about this as you're going to get it when we do any of these other achievements. Next, we'll go through Kings of the Mountain for getting 3 stars on the Defender Mount Zaya mission. To get 3 stars, you have to keep the AI from planting more than 3 bombs during the course of the 6 waves of enemies. This one can be sort of tough, but as long as you get a decently competent partner, you can get it done pretty easily. The first 4 waves are honestly not too bad, and you may even be able to get through them without spending any money other than your self-revive, the reinforcements every once in a while, and sentry turrets for when those are needed. One thing you want to be doing is going back to the shop area between each wave, make sure both guns are reloaded and then stock up on ammo, and you'll also want to be hitting this button here to skip the break to make some extra money to help fund your additional sentry guns, reinforcements, and eventually some missiles. Starting at round 5, you'll definitely want some sentries so you can have one at A either down in the bunker or up on this ridge up here so it can take out the enemies running up, a sentry at B or C sitting on a roof for shipping container, and a sentry at B or C sitting up on a roof or a shipping container. If you and your partner split between the two, you should honestly have not much of an issue. Once you get to round 6, however, you need to hopefully drop a sentry turret at each side and split between them wherever the enemies are coming in. As long as you both are decent at the game, you can get this knocked out pretty easily. The last complication out there is going to be when the Juggernaut drops. Now, he doesn't seem to be able to plant a bomb, so you can try to just avoid him until the regular AI are all dead. And the easy way to kill the Juggernaut is just going to be to go grab a missile and shoot it down onto him. And then boom, you should be able to get this one done in a few tries, even with a rando. Then we'll move over to Hellride for getting 3 stars on the Denied Area mission. To get 3 stars on this one, you just have to complete the mission in under 16 minutes. This can be hard if you're doing it in the way that it was probably intended, but there is a way to use the retry system to kind of cheese it. Starting out, you'll want one person to run off to the left side and get positioned out here to snipe the AI that hops onto the grenade launcher. Your other person is going to be near the front, distracting and taking out AI to make your job easier. After the grenade launcher guy is down, you're going to whip out that pistol and sprint down to the site to plant your bomb. Once the bomb is planted, run back into this building for cover and then out the back to the truck out here. Your other person should make their way to the truck and start running as the bomb gets planted to hop in the back. You'll then go on a bit of a drive where one person steers as the other person grabs the launcher from the back of the truck to take out the helicopter coming up. Then the person in the back is also going to have to snipe the AI sitting on the buildings that have RPGs to make sure that you don't take too much damage. If you need to, there are other trucks scattered periodically at buildings, so you can swap if you need. Past the bridge you go under, you're going to have a few armored trucks come up that you're then going to have to shoot the AI out of, and at this point you might want to split up. You can also stick together for this next part, and the method is the same, but if you split up, it can be done even faster. Basically, you just have to rush to the sites and plant the bomb. Once the bomb or bombs, if you split up, explode, you can both immediately make yourselves go down so you can hit the retry button on the mission. That's going to load up the moment after that last bomb went off and will spawn both of you next to a truck where you can go to the next site. Repeat that until you get to the objective to exfil, where you're going to want to drive out to the field where the plane will come down, and you just drive into the back of that. Doing this method, you should be able to finish the mission with plenty of time to spare. Now we can go over to the last mission where achievements are low profile. Now, if you made it this far, you've probably liked the guide up to this point. So I'll do the YouTuber thing and ask that you like the video, subscribe, and comment down below to let me know that you've made it this far. And if you want to go a step further, hit the join button below the video to join the member club for as little as 99 cents to help fund future video production. Now, let's get back into it. First, we'll do the easier of the two here, Night Fight for earning 3 stars in low profile. Getting 3 stars on this one just means you complete the mission in under 16 minutes. You can do this with a random person pretty easily, whether you split up or one of you take B while the other take A, or they can even go with you and help you. Over on side A, it's generally easier to clear by going up to the top, killing the 3 guards there, then shooting down to the skylight to kill all of the others as they run up. Once you drop in, you're gonna have to make sure that you drop close to the box here to disarm the trap on the stairs, then crawl up here to this one to disarm the trap in the hall, and keep crawling into the right room to disable the trap from up here. The objects you're grabbing will be these giant balls sitting in these missile shells, and this one's either going to be in this room or in the room next to it that has another trap box that you'll need to disarm. At this point, you can head out to B where it's pretty straightforward. You just have to kill the enemies at the building and then get upstairs to grab this one. Then head over to C where there are quite a few enemies and a juggernaut, but if you bring a sniper you can take them all out pretty easily. Either that or use thermite on the jug and you shouldn't have too much of an issue here. There are going to be 2 buildings that the object can spawn in at C, but just look in both and grab it from whichever one. At that point, you'll head towards the exfil where you're going to have a scripted fight start and have to fight your way out. It's a very easy fight though, so just go out there and wait for your helo to come in. This is the easiest 3-star mission you can do. Now for the hardest of these achievements, we have Going Dark for completing low profile without setting off any alarms. This basically just means that you can't have the enemies see you and shoot you or set off the alarms at one of the sites. It'll also trigger as soon as you grab the last of your 3 objectives, as long as you never trigger an alarm, so you don't necessarily have to finish the mission for this. This one you either have to do solo or you have to do with another person that is also going for the achievement, because a rando is not going to help you. Starting out, I'd recommend bringing your starting guns or at least keeping the sniper and swapping the other one out with an automatic weapon. I'm going to start out with A, but using my strategy you could either start at A or B. For my run, I had a friend help where I just had them get B down so that they could go do B while I did A, and then keep watch for me as I take care of C. You used to be able to do an objective, retry to reload, and then keep retrying until you get each one done without being caught and load checkpoints. They patched that however, so now you have to do it all in one run without ever reloading. So over on A, you're going to want to drop down onto this big water tower next to the site. If you don't drop at A, you can always climb the ladder that leads up to this to get up here. Then with your sniper, take out the 3 guards on top and then kill the 2 off to the left of the building. Maybe even get a sweet collat to make it even cooler. Then parachute down to the roof of the building and get on these stairs to aim right here where the door is. You should have 5 AI come walking through the door one by one, and as long as you shoot them quick enough as they walk out, you'll be good to go. Once the last of those 5 are dead, you can walk down there through the door and crawl under the lasers to disarm the traps. Hopefully you'll have the object in this right room where we go into first, but if not, you'll have to go into the next room over. If the door was still closed as you came in, just listen for the door to open, as there is going to be a guard in there. If he doesn't open the door automatically, you can also slow open the door and shoot him quickly to keep him from alerting, or just make some noise outside and get him to walk out. Once in that room, just hop onto the couch on the right and walk across to disarm this trap. Now I did have my friend go through B during all of that on my run, but I'll show a reenacted version here with some paid actors. You'll want to get on the roof of the building for B and look down through the skylight to kill the 1 or 2 guards that are in there. Then watch the door here for a few other guards to come through. Once it gets quiet for a bit, you can just drop down into this room and either grab it from here or go into this other one to check the other room. Just watch out when you go out into the other rooms on that 2nd floor and shoot enemies quickly as you go. For the enemies downstairs, you'll want to just sprint for a second to get them to wander up the stairs so you can take them out and clear the bottom of the building so you can go out to sea. Now, back to the run. When heading to sea, you're going to want to just go into the water and swim your way over, or run along the edge of the map and then get into the water from there so you can come up to the coast next to sea. Sea is very hard to get done without being detected unless you get some very nice RNG on your side. Either way, you're going to want to come up around the left side and avoid being seen so that you can take out the Geiger counter up here and check out which building has the higher radiation, and that'll tell you where you need to be going. The top floor of the left building is the easy route that I'll be showing, but you do have to get lucky with RNG for it to work out. So you'll go around here to this house and then down these stairs. You want to make sure that the guard in the back on top isn't looking this way, the juggernaut isn't coming your way, and the group of 5 wandering guards aren't heading your way either. Having your partner as a lookout can help with this part quite a bit. Once the coast is clear, you can sneak up here, hop on this fence, then up on this awning, then go onto the balcony and slow peek into the door. Sometimes there's going to be a guard here that you have to shoot and then quickly move over to this spot to pick up your final object. If it's not in this spot, it gets much more difficult to complete, but honestly, probably just keep retrying it until you get this spawn, and then it's super easy to get through once you have A and B done. Now the last of these achievements will be full SSE for finding 20 intel fragments in co-op. This one is super easy to do and you can get it with a random or solo without much of an issue. There are going to be 20 fragments on low profile, 20 on denied area, 10 on Mount Zaya, and 10 on high ground. I chose to do them all on low profile and just get them all done from one mission, but you can mix and match from other maps if you want. So I'll have my guide showing all intel fragments on low profile linked here, and if you guys want guides showing the locations on the other maps, just let me know in the comments and I'll cover those as well. And with that, we have all of the co-op achievements in Modern Warfare 2 as well as all of the campaign ones from my previous video. Now be sure to check out my playlist for my other Modern Warfare 2 achievement guides or whichever one of my videos YouTube recommends.